Yeah, buddy. Right, let's just fix this. Ooh. Okay. Turn that on. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're in business. Well, hello, I'll be right back. Penguin Party. Howdy, 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 gentlemen and ladies. How are we today? Well, well, well. Have I got a treat for you? How's it going? Darkish, no. I'm actually kind of anti-narcotic, to be honest. Believe it or not, I'm a little bit of a conservative prude. For every like he drinks is a pot of paint. Ah, hello, Tomo. Ooh, Ben as well. Right, guys. I'm in a little bit of a bind, right? First of all, Glenn, first things first. Glenn, we're on our way to $1 million, right? I found the golden goose, buddy. I found the golden goose, right? So, something really weird's about to happen. Something that's really cringy and really odd and completely embarrassing. However, $1 million, right? So, the joke, the hope is that someone joins midway, right? Someone joins midway, okay? This is what we got. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the first single from the upcoming album, Prison Musical. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get set up. One moment, please. I bring you the first song, the world exclusive. This is gonna be painful. Hang on one moment. What is going on, table? What is happening today? Uh-oh. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, guys. Just, if in doubt, go all out, table. If in doubt, go all out. I bring you the first hit single. Right? The first hit single from the upcoming Prison Musical. I give you I'll Smuggle Your Love. Oh, God. Don't laugh, table. Good job, Table. Woo! Yeah! Welcome. Woo! The hardest part was not laughing. That was the hardest part by far. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, a world first, a premiere. Woo! Old man Table. Did you see my toes? The toes are terrible. Don't worry about it. Woo! Lordy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll smuggle you your love. Frankly, I'm very pleased with the lyrics. Ooh, there we go. Did you see my toe? I didn't realise my toes were in shot, but yeah. Discord is not back, Darkish, because you keep asking. Well, it is back, but we just don't tell you, so... Whoo! I know, right? That fat old man doesn't know how to dance, and it's true. But I couldn't say no, guys. We had to do it, because I was like, Table, you got to do it for the joke. Did anyone join midway? Yes! Red shirt joined. Red shirt joined. Yep. Did anyone vomit? Did anyone sick up in their mouth? Did anyone sick up in their mouth? It definitely happened. Now, gentlemen, I just so there's some more gems to come, right? Hang on, I got to tell you the word. Thank you very much, by the way, Red Shirt. Let me tell you the album, right? So, I don't know if you heard the lyrics, but I'll probably upload the song, and then we get the $1 million in revenue from that hit single. But I've got some other songs, right? So, look, I wrote it out. See, look, I wrote. So some of the titles, right? This is first draft, first draft, right? We've got Contraband Queen, I'll Smuggle Our Love, which is the song you just heard. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Yep. It's all right. I know you like it. We got Lockdown Downtown, Hard Time Loving, Solitary Smear, Pick Up the Soap, Prag Tag, Ass Clown, and Warden's Peaking. So there we go. $1 million, guys. We're on our way. TableCon 4, Miami. I was very pleased with my... I even wrote down the lyrics. Deep in the darkness, we're going full smear. Get in. What a great line that is. And what's this one as well? Where are we? Top me up and let me fly. Prison informant. Love is my spy. Come on. Come on. Who knew it? For a man who can't dance and doesn't understand how music works, it's ironic that I'm now a musician. Bye, Darkish. Sorry, I'll get Discord working again. I filmed it because I kind of thought it was a funny idea. I just did it on the stream. That's the only copy that's going to go out, but I'll just grab it off the stream and put it up. But well, I hope that's brightened your day, gentlemen. Darkish is gone. Hopefully, he's thrown up a little bit in his mouth. And Red Shirt joined midway, so that's perfect. I really wanted someone... I'm hoping, right, that a random joined, didn't say anything, and was like, what's this? And then just left and kept scrolling and forever couldn't find it again. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, right. I feel much better for getting rid of that. I've listened to that song about 50 times. I only made it about an hour ago. But I have been listening to it. Listen, I'm still out of breath. Oh man, Table. No, I didn't plan any further in the stream than that. That's as far as I planned. I didn't get anything assembled. But, so the reason the song happened is that, after yesterday's stream, I was feeling fantastic. And then real life, as real life does, comes and drops a massive turd on my head. So, I figured I needed a little bit of funsies. I needed to laugh, something a bit weird. And so I figured that out. It certainly does something to my day. And I didn't join my way. Oh, you're there the whole time. Okay. I can only imagine the horrors of those dance moves. I just committed to it. But I'm never going to rewatch that because I'm sure it's just, what is this guy doing? Next level, horrendously cringe. But you know what? I think you guys are worth it, frankly. I couldn't keep the joke to myself. I needed to share. Into the fires of battle, unto the anvils of war. Thank you, Ghosty Games. If only, Ghosty Games, you had joined a couple of minutes earlier. If only. I think you would have... I think it would have been a very different vibe. I'm just mixing up some of this lovely blue that Lane recommended. You'll see, if you're going to go slow mo, just watch my face. I barely kept it together. I was laughing so much. I'm going to release it because obviously that's $1 million in ad revenue right there, isn't it? So I'll release it and I'll leave .wav on the end, and people will just be like, "Oh, this is the new banger from Table," and everyone will just like want to be like the cool kid, and they all just pretend that they knew who I was, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Table, that musician," and then we can all have a laugh because it's just people pretending to know me because I'm the next big pop sensation, and we all know the truth that really I'm a man in a cupboard painting. The music's just a side show, but everyone would want to sound cool. Yeah. Oh, I had to put glasses on. Glenn. You got to forgive me that, you know? I'm shy. You got to forgive me the glasses. I had to wear something because otherwise it's all just staring straight at you. So, full contact? Sure. You want full contact in the actual music video? Fine. 15 grand. That's the price of the album. The album costs, you can't buy it anywhere, but the price is 149.9999. But it's not on sale anywhere, but that's its cost. So there you go, that's it. I'm so glad I actually did it. Good job, Table, you little hermit. Good job. That's out there now, can't bring that back. That's live, you know, for good or worse, that is now a thing. I am a pop sensation. Can I even say pop sensation? Is that even the word? You're building the tension. Well, if you go over to Twitch, Glenn, if you go onto the, if you go over to Twitch, you'll see Table's booby stream, and there's no tension there. It's all on show. It's like a butcher's. Oh God, Table, no. Oh, dear Lord. Well, you never know, Red. It might be the highlight. It might not. I don't know how YouTube picks it. You know, I don't know. Couldn't say. Hey, Spammy. How are you doing, bud? Just a regular live stream here. Just painting in the cupboard. Nothing unusual having happened. How are you doing, Spammy? Nothing out of the ordinary today. Ordinary day. Nothing unusual. Everyone will testify to that fact. It's just your run-of-the-mill. Nothing untoward happened. Just a normal day. Spammy, for those of you that don't know, nicest person I've ever met, but is definitely the kind of person who would betray you at a moment's notice. They would cash in that niceness immediately. I just said, Spammy, you missed nothing. I don't know why you're asking for a second opinion. I told you the truth. You missed absolutely nothing at all. I'm just here painting a bike. Nothing at all to see. I hope Lane joins at some point so he can see the progress. See, confirmed. Totally normal evening. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual today. See, just painting. It's just a regular painting stream like everyone else, you know, just a normal guy painting models, nothing out of the blue. No, certainly nothing odd or anything. Ah, Sang, howdy. Did you just join us, Sang? Did you just join us for this regularly scheduled, uneventful live stream? Just curious. I hope you're here as well. Hi, Bjort. Oh, there was that one thing, Spammy. There was that one thing. I've kind of become like a music sensation, despite not knowing how to dance or how even music really works. I am now a cultural icon and a millionairess. Yeah, so I will take you all out on my yacht with my music royalties. You can all come out on my yacht, that's fine. And you can all have a Biovore. I'll buy you a Biovore. What's that? Don't collect here, and it's tough luck. You're all getting a Biovore. It doesn't matter what you collect. You're all getting a Biovore. That's the rule. All right, you'll get what you're given. Just a Biovore, nothing else, just a Biovore. And I'm keeping the boxes, so I'm just handing you sprues, and you may or may not get the base. So, thanks, Mammy. Yeah, it feels pretty good, you know? Feels pretty good. Yeah, the dividends, every time it's played, of which it's played about 150,000 times daily around the globe. So I'm raking in big, big bucks on that one. Still a little bit out of breath. Ironically, table, you need to get some exercise, buddy. You need some cardio, without a doubt, fat boy. You need a bit of cardio. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Bonjour. Le bonbon, le grand derrière, la pamplemousse. That's all my French. Un, deux, trois. I can't even say good morning in French, I'm ashamed to say. This blue's really nice. Lane was right on the money, and I think it's dry enough for me to mix up into the lighter blue now. I'm just going to grab the lighter blue. And I think I'll just move on with that, because the more blue I can get it, the better, really. That's what I'm thinking. More blue, but I just dibby dabby it on. Oh, there's a lot of paint on this brush, and may I also say it's more than a little bit watery. I might bleed a little bit of that off, just ever so slightly. I think it's more. Ah, merci, merci, dragon, merci. I can't even say have a good day in French. My French is awful. Yeah. Funny that dragon is French, and also what happened on the weekend was from a French person. We only know the one. Suspicious, don't you think, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Very. Right. Whew. Much better. A weight is lifted. I feel much better. You know when you have a weird idea and you're like, that's definitely weird, don't do that, but then the voice in your head is like, do it or I'll be angry at you forever. So I had that issue going on. Not too much of this blue. If anything, it's not blue enough. We need to lighten it. And if I go with Corax white, it will be a grey white. So we do have a little bit of a problemo there. I need to figure out what to do with this. I can't even tell if I've done. Oh, I have done this side. Yeah, it is marginally lighter, but I need to op it more clearly. So what are peeps up to today? What is it? Friday? I'm a bit sad this Friday because I'm most likely not going to see you over the weekend, which kind of sucks. And then Monday, everything changes. So I don't know how Monday's going to be. I might be on really early compared to this time, or I might not be on. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to do my damnedest, but I've got to rejuggle things because I have to attend this year-long course. State mandated. No choice. No choice in the matter. I really hope it's good. Yeah, I really hope it's good. But yeah, so Glenn, I got to ask, the whole reason for did I get a laugh out of you? Did I get at least one chuckle, or I'll take one chuckle or one throw up in your mouth or one what? In fact, this goes out to everybody. Or one, what the hell is this? What is this? I'll take any of those. Did I get any of those? Boring, stinky work? Oh, no. Mini photography. Oh, miniature photography. Okay, not like little camera. That was my first instinct. Something definitely goes on there. And that seat should not stay blue, but if I do a different color, it's more not blue, if that makes sense. That's the technical term, more not blue. I've definitely got to lighten it. I'm going to give Corax White a shot. I know it's grey, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Let's see what it can bring to the table. Let's see if it can do anything for me. It's a nice lighter blue, and then if I highlight... Oh, do I go highlight with that, or do I go... Yeah, we got to figure that out, Glenn. Something's very off there. So this will be the highlights, because it's so blue. And I've probably gone too blue. These highlights are going to show up like anything, so they've got to be... That's too blue, isn't it? That is too blue. That's too blue. Too blue, table. You can't jump that high, table. It just looks poo. That's too high a jump, table. That's too big a jump. You have to ease off on those. Did I just do some wet blending? Did I just wet blend those highlights? Oh my days, I just did. I just did a wet blend by accident. No, I can't. You gotta earn it. I will call you a filthy beggar. You're a filthy beggar, Motherly. No good girl for you. You filthy dirt. I just did a wet blend. I'm gonna give it another go. See that? I just wet blended that. I'm gonna do here and here, right? You come in here expecting compliments. Check out this wet blend. Oh, blah, blah, blah. That's not a wet blend. That is not a wet blend. Or is it? What have I done there? I've not got any paint on the brush is what I've done there. Yeah, what have I done there? What did I do there? Strange thing happened. Weird. I did the highlight and then I put on another colour behind it ever so slightly. Let's try it with a dry highlight. Let's just do this like this. Does that do anything? Well, give it time. You will find my voice nothing but jarring and grating. So what seems nice now might not be later. I don't know. Am I doing a thing? What is that? Right, I'm going to test this. I'm going to highlight the hell out of the back of the bike. And then I'm going to go back in with the darker blue. Let's just do this, right, on the seat. Let's just do a line, like so. Right, like that. And then I quickly wash the brush. And I do dibby dabs of the other blue. What am I doing here? I have invented denim. Okay, that's too close. That just looks like I've painted the whole seat that colour. Go darker. Go darker whilst it's still wet. Let's just dibby dab on. No. Table, you've lost it. Whatever you had, you've lost it. The seat is just one colour overall. And that's okay. Whatever you accidentally did there, you've lost it. So just put that on lighter. It's fine. The seat can be lighter. Alright. It's requiring too many washes of the brush. Let's mix up some really light blue and then highlight and see if I can do it without, because the bit on the bike looks really crisp. Let's do around here, right? So if I go raised edge and do what I think is an incredibly watery highlight, that's not doing me any favors. Is now the time to be experimenting? Is this a smart move on my part? Am I being a bit silly here? I feel like I'm being really silly here. I'm just gonna go lighter blue. A star? What does that mean? I think you're the first person to send one of those things. What does star mean, guys? A gem. Have I just been rewarded for calling you filth, Motherly? Is that what you've done? Have you just rewarded me with a star for calling you filth? Is that what you've done? Why, thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so welcome to the stream, Motherly. Nothing ever happens here. We just paint models all day, day in. Nothing weird, that's for sure. No terrible highlights as well. What am I doing with that? Am I making this bike look denim? You know what? I've fluffed this. Let's just take any blue at this point. I think trying to wet blend a colour that I'm very bad at. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep trying. Let's do that bit. And then along there as well, right? Let's just do there. And a little bit here, a little bit there. I know. I didn't mean for it to come out as denim. It's Lane's fault. He said do blue. And now I've made a denim motorbike. Ironically. I wanted to paint it pink. But Lane, he said, Table, if you don't paint it the colours I want, I will release that information about you. And you shall be destroyed. Whoa! I didn't drop it. Fundy's not here. So yeah, it's Lane's fault, not mine, not my fault, not my fault at all. Just do a dibby dabby. I'm just going to put a bit in there. So we just do this. No spams. There was no drop. I didn't drop anything. I never drop things. There was no drop. And also, Fundy's never here anymore, so I can... Do you know what? Fundy's not here, so I'm just gonna... What's he gonna do? He's never here. Screw you, Fundy. I'll drop what I want. Yes, Red Shirt. What's up? The drop counter. That drop counter's long gone, my friend. I threw that sucker in the bin. Just as soon as I smelt weakness on Fundy's part, when he didn't crop up for a couple of streams, I smelt weakness and I was just like, you know what? This guy's slacking off. Now's the time. Okay, you can... what are you like... Oh, are you taking over Fundy's mantle on the counter? Well, I guess you can. Yeah, this is... I've completely... Okay, so guys, I've totally aced how to make denim motorcycle. We can do denim now. Titus is sitting on 190... 191 layers. That is a mistake, Table. You did not record the layer you painted at the time. Shame on you, Table. Where's your pen? Hang on a second. I got to record this. 191 layers on Titus, and I can show you how Titus is doing. He's a chunky boy. May we never complete him. Here he is. Oh, there you are, Titus. You big old bugger, you. Delicious. So, and also I'm confident we're going to hit 2 hours. So I shall just record my hours. So that's 434 hours this year. Not too shabby. Quite a lot of streaming. Denim tank. You know what, Spammy? I'll make you a denim tank. I will do denim tank. That's fine. So yeah, I can now do denim. Although, ironically, like I joke you not, this is the closest I've got to doing both a wet blend and a blue. So, go figure on that one, eh? This is the closest I've got to doing both things. Denim motorcycle. It doesn't look denim at all over here. There's no highlights on that side at all. So let's just have a little check. Let's just do... I'm just going to paint a little bit near to the highlights just to try and make them a little less jarring, if that's even impossible. Yeah. Alright, denim motorcycle. I want to do a little bit lighter. I'm going to grab a bit of Corax, just ever so slightly. A little bit of Corax, a little bit of blue. And I just feel like I want to bring these bits up a little bit. Just ever so slightly, he says, whilst putting on a dramatically bright highlight. Alright, so yeah, I've done that. That's almost all recess. How did I get into painting? Well, I started when my better half was pregnant with our first child. There's not a lot for me to do here in Finland. So I was like, you know what, I'll paint some models. So I bought myself... The first box I bought was some squigs. And I had a lot of fun painting those. I used to paint before, but... Really, the painting and live streaming just happened by accident mid-October last year, and then from January onwards we streamed and painted together and just hang out, and now I don't get any painting done unless I'm streaming. Go figure. That wasn't your question, was it? How did I get into painting? Pandemic mostly. No, it's before pandemic, but yeah, something to do. And I found Wayland Games as well. At the time, it was free postage, free European postage, and not only that, it was 20% off prices. And this is from like 2018, 2017 even. So much cheaper. Yeah, seeing Games Workshop prices go up every year bugs my ass. Oh, me neither, Killer. I just waddle through. Yeah, that's fine. Do you want me to show you the squigs? The first model I bought. Do you want me to grab those out? I think they're in the cupboard over there. I can get one. I can show you the squigs. The first thing I painted. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do both of that. If you just give me a moment just to slap a bit of this colour on this exhaust, right? If you could just permit me to do this, just real quick, like that, right? Just a little bit on there. I'm gonna get a squig and I'll show you what I prime my paints in. Now there are cheaper variants, but I'm in a bit of a bind because it's better the devil you know. I prime almost exclusively. I prime almost exclusively in Grey Seer, right? These are not cheap. They're 20 bucks. They're not cheap. But I figure I can only spray for part of the year because Finland gets really cold. I have got into spraying in Leadbelcher, and I've got something called Zandri Dust, which is like a light brown, which I sometimes use for like Nurgle and Tau. And I've also got a red, but I haven't really used the red so much. I sprayed this thing, but then tried an airbrush on it, and I haven't finished this. It's just a shambles. Yeah, it's nowhere near done. Big regret my Mechanicum army. It looks poo. Oh yeah, the squig. I'm sure there's one here. Bingo, here we are. Squig. Oh. So yeah, here's one of the first things I did. There we go, there's a squig. You'll notice that it's completely drenched in ink, but at the time I was super pleased with him. But he's very inky. He's very inky. Spammy, you hearing things? I didn't drop anything. I dropped everything. Awkward. Right. So yeah, that's the first one we did. Oh. Yes. Where have you messaged me, Ven? Instagram. I can reply. Is it something then? Is it something that I've done really bad and I have to fix it immediately? Out of interest, Ven? Right, now ironically, we're going to do some inking now. It doesn't, but it's now called Spammy. I need some Agrax and some Reichland. So we've got Reichland and Agrax. Yeah, Ven, can you give me the gist? I don't like the conversational carrot you're dangling. You dangled a carrot and you're not I need you to explain yourself. That's not fair. You know how my brain works. Give me the gist, pretty please. So we're gonna slap on a bit of Agrax, but not everywhere, if that makes sense. Just mostly around the bottom. It's totally up for you to remind me, Spammy. I'm gonna forget that I called it Spammy. So we just do a little bit around here. Let's see if Finn gets back to me. Hopefully. See how paranoid I got? That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just do that. I'm not willing to do the whole bike ink. I'm not willing to do all of it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit under there. Maybe a bit on the boots. Certainly on there. And a little bit on there. There we go. And, well, obviously tyres turn, don't they? So I'm going to have to do all of that. All right. Fine. Yeah, that looks about right. So we wait for that to dry. I can see that I fluffed up the light a little bit. So we just need to double down on that. I'm going to grab a little bit of yellow from my pen. Not the dark yellow. Oh, you know what? I will take the dark yellow. Why not? Because we're just covering over a bit of blue. I can't do headlamps, but a big blue line across it does feel a bit poopy. So let's just try and cover that up with this. It's not liking that at all. Okay, we need to go a little bit more pigmenty with the repair. So I'm going to take a little bit of Phalanx White and just dibby dab dobby dobs a bit on. That's what I'm going to do. Whee! Oh, this is coming out watery now. Table, you have never badded something. What does that mean? Saying based. Nah, I don't really care about basing stuff. Nah, I don't really care about it. I understand you need to have things based if you're going to fight in a tournament, but I don't care about bases. I think the hobby is expensive enough as it is. You know, like I think the hobby's pretty pricey without worrying about having to base stuff. Screw that. I never base stuff. Never. You know? There's no need. No need. Why bother basing it? If the fun's in painting the model, I will half-assed paint a base. Look, this has got some token blue on it. And this guy up here, he's got some token brown. Nothing else, not even an ink. It's just, I don't... The closest I've got to doing a base is this. I did this guy base first. I did his base, or at least tried to do his base to the best of my ability. So, that base is done, right? That's a done base, isn't it? I know the edge is a little bit flaky, but I mean, come on, that's probably the best attempt I've got at doing a base, right? So don't judge. And also, hang on a second, friggin' Morty's base is... Oh no, Morty's base is token dark ink, just ink splodged on, and it's dust as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of green, but Morty's base I cheated. It's just a load of milli putt and then slop. Just slopped a load of brown on. I cheated with that one. I can't take credit for that. Yeah, Morty's base is token. I haven't done a good base. Could I take Gazcol? Could I say Gazcol's base? I did. I mean, the guy did it. I haven't touched the base. I just repainted the figure. He painted the base, or she. So does that count as my base now? Because I bought the figure and repainted the figure. So the base, I contributed that extra bit of yellow there. That mistake there. I added that to the base. So technically, I painted that. Yeah, I think there's a case to be made there. Now, some Agrax. Just got to wait a little time. So, anyone got any plans for the weekend? I'm just curious. I got nothing going on outside of the parental responsibilities. So I'm just a little bit curious if anything's got anything special. Sure would be nice to hear about it. Because I don't know about you guys, but if someone's got something interesting going on, it's nice for me to hear about, because I can pretend that I'm doing it. If that makes sense, I can transport myself into that situation. I didn't need to Agrax all of that. So yeah, just not Agraxing everything. I might try to set up a 3D printer. You stole. Oh god, crying. Brr. Yeah, Agrax is delicious, but too much Agrax is bad. Is it a resin one, or is it the ones, is it filament liney one? The liney one? Which is it? I'm going to do those bits. Just a little bit in there. You know what? That's starting to look pretty much how I want it to. I'm going to Agrax that little emblem thing, because I am going to put some more gold on it. So let's just ink it, and then we can make it more shiny. Old and second hand. Well, it may still very well work. I think if you've got the space and you don't have little munchkins, and you can protect yourself from the chemically stuff of the resin, it can do some pretty amazing things. Save yourself a fortune. You can print some of those Hierophants. You know, those Tyranids, the Hierophants? Right, that is... I mean, my boy's done, isn't he? He's done. What else is there? The gold on... I can re-ink the headlights. I can do that now. Just a little bit of token yellow. Hey! Descendant of Big Mac, hello! We had that kind of comment yesterday as well, didn't we? Welcome. We've been missing Big Mac, so I'll take the Temu version, Benday. That's fine. You can he called me a homie. I wish Greco was here. We gotta tell Greco. Alright, fine. Look, there you go. Base done. There's base done, Sang. You happy? There we go. I put some yellow on the base. You happy? Do you like the little bit of plastic squiggle there? Do you see that? See that sticking out there? Does that count as base? Look, see it? It could be like a piece of grass. Look, I'll just highlight that for you. There you go. Do you see it? The little plastic wiggly worm. That counts. That counts as it's plant life. Totally counts. Totally counts. Let's re-ink these. Big Mac. I don't think Big Mac's coming back. Right, terrible light effect is complete on headlamps. He's done. Like, what else is there to do? Nothing. He didn't turn out how I was expecting, but he's done. It looks nice next to the car, but there's no graffiti. All right, I did not plan this far ahead, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. We've got a lot of stream left. I need to figure something out, and sharpish. I've just had an idea. Glenn, I don't know if you're still sending messages through, but if they're not getting through, do you have another YouTube account that you could come in and type from? Because if you do, then test that and see if you're still under the same slur, still suffering from the same slurduggery. Yeah, the thing is with Big Mac is that he was so persistent. He was like a breath of fresh air when he came in. Well, that's too rich. He's like a stanky bit of stench that wafts in from time to time. But man, did he like talking. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we're going to consult the bin of shame. Oh, I can help. Well, we've got the bin of shame. Let's see if anything jumps out. Not really. We've got an ogre out already. We've got the psychic. What is it? Zonothrope? Yeah, we've got the Zonothrope. Okay, I know what we're doing. We're going to save some things. Yeet. Right. Let's help this guy. This guy's in bad shape. He is not. He's not doing well. Let's help him. So first things first, we need to get some. We've got some Corax White already here on the palette. Let's just try and fix these horrible blues. Now I can leave the recesses, but we just wanna bring them up without applying too much paint, right? We don't wanna ruin those lovely details, but I just need to hide the shame of me with the airbrush doing that thing. So we can just hide that a little bit. Tables Restoration Channel. Painting disasters. Ironically, I'm the one who causes the disaster and then tries to fix it. But if we just cake this on... Oh, that's way too much table. You said use it sparingly and you're just blasting it on. Let's put some on the base. There we go. Spread it out a little. That's way too much table. Way, way, way too much. Well, just make do. At least you'll keep Sang happy having painted the base. You know? Then maybe he'd get off my back. Sang, he's relentless. Always having a go. Always coming at me. Never a dull moment. Just always berating me, belittling me. Okay, that can be blue. Fine. That can be blue. Which means over here needs to be blue as well. Right, that's Corax White done. And this yellow is so disgusting, I think I'm just going to go ahead and Corax White that as well. As I have some. I'll just put some token on and just brush over this. Just to break it up a little bit, because that yellow is hideous. It is absolutely just washed out horrible, incompetent airbrushing on my part. But we now, unfortunately, have to wait for this white to dry. So we also have that problem. I just want to break it up a little bit, that's all. Just break it up. And as soon as that dries, we can go on with a nicer yellow. Yeah, maybe that could be the niche. I screw up a paint job, and then I try and fix my own incompetence. Ah, onto something there, I think. He's just... I think just whoever painted this guy should be ashamed of themselves. They've done a really terrible job. Thank God I'm here to save it from them. But whoever did this is just an absolute moron. Right, you're now... Oh, you're very wet. I shouldn't put you next to you. Okay, and we've got this ogre. So let's think about this. He's got brown trousers on, bit dusty. Should we light brown these trousers? Ironically, his flesh I painted once already. I even stamped on a handprint. So I think that I might even just leave his flesh as it is, and maybe mix up something and do something with his face. Let's do some little detail work. Let's do that. Let's crack out some pens, and let's do something with his face. Let's take not necessarily yellow, but white. Yeah, let's do that. Self-perpetuating miniature rescue content. Yeah, exactly. I caused the problem. and then I get to make more content about fixing it. It's infinite. And also, another one, guys, if you just become a pop celebrity, you know, just connect yourself into the mainstream media as some kind of super talent. You know what? I'm going to put this white in the eyes. I'm going to do eyes. I'm going to give him eyes. Let's do some practice with eyes. Bye, Darkesh. So now, yeah, we've got pop stardom, only tables. That's a lot of white I blasted on there. What am I doing here? That's too much, surely. Let's try and take a little bit. Do you know what, table? Just commit to it. Yeah, you've jaffed his face a little bit. But I say you own your actions, table. Just maybe ever so slightly stop applying white to this guy. Why are you still going, table? Why are you still adding white, table? What are you doing here? Why are you still adding white? Table, stop. Table? What the hell are you doing, table? You did not stop. Table. Ease off. Stop trying to paint light effect. Hey, K-Dog, trying to trick me? Oh, man. I don't know what's worse. The fact that you didn't get me, or you thought that that would get me. Oh, man, it could have been beautiful. Okay, so yeah, he's got some kind of eye infection currently, but we're going to fix it. Trust the process, guys. Trust the process. It's all right, K-Dog. I'm not mad. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed that you didn't get me. I'm just disappointed, bud. It felt like for a moment I was going to get a laugh out of getting tricked, but it's all right, bud. Don't worry. You're not the first one to not get me. The trouble is, K-Dog, what's really embarrassing is like tricking me is like shooting fish in a barrel. So the fact that you didn't is kind of bad. Not that I'm trying to make your day worse. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to utilize these pens for this copper oxide effect that I've been trying to do, but I'm just trying to bring it up a little bit more. You know, I'm just trying to bring it up, make it look a little bit more fancy. Mostly because I've only got the one turquoise paint of this and I don't even think it's in circulation. So if I can do this with the pens and make it look a little bit more fancy, then I think I will go with that. I do have an orange, but I'm thinking the orange will just completely wreck the under orange, but I'm willing to give it a go. I say we give it a go and see if we can't get something going on. It needs an ink, that's what it needs. So I'll bring the colours up, ink it, and then see where we're at. Hibinki. Yo to you too. I'm afraid I'm not that cool a guy, frankly. You can say yo to you, Hibinki. Yo. What's up? I know I don't sound cool, but believe it or not, I am a multi-platinum artist, music man. I just made my smash hit. It's really weird and awkward and incredibly cringy and embarrassing. I'm not going to say cringy, it's not my phrase. Embarrassing. But, you know, when you feel compelled, you know, as an artist, you feel compelled to create. You know, you just can't stop yourself. You just can't help the creativity. Yeah, such a good song. What's the phrase? Banger? Can I call it a banger? It's a real banger of a hit. Can I call it that? Oh, man. Most amusing. Right, done. Let's crack out the... Oh, he's got a little bit on his boots as well. There we go. Just a little bit there. A little bit, just teeny bits. All right, so now that we've done that, we crack out the orange and bring up the orange, just maybe. And also, you know what? We're going to trust the process. I'm going to do the eyes. All right. So we're going to take a Bad and Black and my smallest brush I have, which is, it's so small I can't quite find it. I'll take my second smallest, which is this janky little piece of crap. No, that's a bad move. I do have a teeny tiny brush, Is it you? Is it you? No. That's probably the best I can find. That one. Alright, we'll try that. Thanks, Abinky. Yep. I am especially pleased with all of my bases. I don't know, you can probably see it on the camera, it doesn't do it justice, but I'm very into doing my bases. So I've really perfected how to do bases. I'm sure you can see it there. No need to comment. I know you can. I know you think they're amazing. You don't need to even say it. Right, let's try and not paint Crazy Eye. So I'm just going pure bad and black, and we're just going to go in and do those pupils. But I'm not looking for Crazy Eye. I want normal eyes. I don't want cross eyes. So let's see if we can do this. So we're just going to go. Where would the eye be? It's all the way in there. So if I just go like this, and we don't want Crazy Eye, we want normal eye. Okay, we do that, and we grab a bit more, right? Grab a bit more, and then we go in. I think his eye is here. I think he might have a lazy eye. Maybe we go in here. We do this, right? So we do that, and then we need to add. Then we need to add. Wait! Don't judge! Wait, hang on. You've got to put in the little hint, the little spark of life, which is a little bit of white, and it will come alive. Just trust in the process. The eyes will work. It's not going to work. All right, we just take a little white that isn't so watery. There we go, and we're going to put in the spark of life. Right? This table's patented how to paint eyes. So we take a little white. I can prove spark of life. I've got that bear. Where's that bear? Here, look. Spark of life. Look at his eyes. Look. Spark of life. Spark of life in those eyes. Can you see it? Spark of life. Yeah. Spark of life. Now we just go in, and we're just going to do a little tiny white dot on the black. Okay? And nut. Spark of life. Behold the spark of life. And then we go in with this eye. We just go in and we go spark of life, like so. Bob. Spark of life. There we go. Sentience. The eyes are alive. If anything, I can give a little bit more spark of life to this eye. Right, let's just go in here and just do a teeny tiny bit more spark of life. Spark of life. There we go. Right, spark of life achieved. Now we put away our nicest, fanciest brush that I definitely haven't damaged too much. Oh, it's already broken. I broke it. So now we've done spark of life. We need to mix up a flesh tone, and we need to kind of get close to this, but that's going to be difficult. So what I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with snakebite brown, and then see if I can blend that up into any flesh colour I can find, frankly, because I don't have a lot. So let's one step at a time. Let's just take these brushes. So yeah, I'm gonna take that. What's the colour I was going to choose? The snakebite. Oh, here it is. Nope, Deathclaw brown. Right, I'm going to go Deathclaw brown. I'm not going to put. I am going to put some ink in it. What am I saying? And I'm going to add some. I'm going to add some Agrax to it, alright? Because it is the darkest layer. So let's just do that. Agrax and Deathclaw. And now all we need to do is clean up the eyes, right? Now I know he looks like a mess, but behold, you stuck with me, trust the process. We now just clean up the eyes. To be honest, that colour's a pretty good approximation of his eyes, frankly. That's pretty close, that colour. Wow. What did you accidentally on purpose do, table? Let's just plop a little bit on. You know, I'm going to just put a bit on his ear for the excess. Do you know what? I could just blend this lighter, frankly. I've accidentally, totally on purpose, totally deliberate, got the right colour. Look at that. That's really close. What? I mean, I do that all the time. I'm not surprised. This is pretty standard. So we just make sure we cover the whole, and we need to get under there a little bit more. Now the eye does not continue that far, so there we go. Wow, wouldn't you have it? There's a little eyeball there. Still looks a little weird. If anything, this bit of the white looks a little bit much, so let's try and go a little bit smaller. There we go. That's an eye. A bit of a weird eye, but it's an eye nonetheless. You know, I'll take it. I mean, look, guys, we're not here for good painting. You know, we're here because I'm pretty. All right. We all know we're here because I'm pretty. We're not here for the painting. If you want good painting, go to one of those any other channel that paints stuff. All right. I know you're here because I'm pretty. So that's one eye, sort of okay. And I reckon if I put an ink on it, it will complete the puzzle. That's what I reckon. Some strategic dibby dabbies, and that eye will come out a treat. So let's just bring this one up. We want to not go into the eye socket because we're not going to get another do around. The paint will get too thick, so we're not going to get to go on it again. So let's just a little bit there. Why does he look like he's crying? What? What does he look like? He doesn't look he looks like maybe his parents are cousins, if that makes sense. He started to look a little bit like that, and he looks like he's caught the sun. He looks like he's got a bit of a tan. He looks like he's starting to look a little sunburnt there. So there's the eyes. Now I just need to do the top ridge of that other eye because it's the pupil's kind of sticking out a little bit. I need to kind of get in there and ever so tentatively just bring that down like so. And let's do this the other side as well. Bring that round like that, and then on this side just come round a little bit and a little bit underneath. There's some eyes. The spark of life makes him look a little special. I might tone down the spark of life ever so slightly. Where's my super special brush? I'm just going to take the Abaddon Black, and I'm going to attempt to extinguish the spark of life ever so slightly. It's too much spark of life in that eye. And I'm going to attempt to do the same here. Let's just tone down that spark of life. Hey, there we go. That looks like eyes to me. What? Wow. That's probably the best eyes I've ever done. Now I need to just top up the eyelid a little bit, because I noticed that I did go over a bit. So we just go back to the flesh, and we can just ever so slightly put a bit more on that top of the underside of that eyelid. So if we just ever so slightly go there. Okay, so we've got that. Now we've got this massive moustache that we don't know what we're doing with. I don't just do it white because I did that problem with my giant and it looks like he's eating frosting. So that's for our American audiences. For the rest of you civilized fellows, I mean icing, not frosting. I don't know why I went so American there. You know what? I am going to put a little bit on just to... But I'm going to ink it anyway, so what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Should I highlight it? Should I leave the rest of the body? Maybe I'll leave the rest of the body and highlight the face? Well, we've got some time to think about it. I'll just cover up that mistake there a little bit on the bicep. And let's just do a little token on the back of the head. Let's just do a little bit, just so the head doesn't look a completely different colour. You know when you see people who put like too much foundation on their face, when women put too much foundation on their face and their neck is just a totally different colour? So I'm going to attempt to compensate for that by putting a little bit of this extra just around the rest of his flesh, just to bring it, tie it together a little bit, but not enough to kind of overwhelm what's underneath. Because I like texture. I like texture on the flesh. You know, your skin is meant to be imperfect. It's not meant to look like I mean, yeah, I feel I kind of have a little bit, haven't I? It makes me think that I know which old world army I should collect. You know, if I collect them, Grand Cathay, I mean, I'm set, aren't I? It seems I can paint them perfect. So I might have to invest in some of those. I've got no desire to, but in light of my recent developments of painting skill, it seems that it would be remiss for me not to. It'd be a shame for all of us to miss out on that. Okay, so skin done. I might do a little bit on this arm, ever so slightly. Not a lot, just a little bit here and there. Okay. So his face is there. Let's lighten it. I'm going to grab what little Corax I have left and add that to the light brown. And we're going to go a little bit lighter and then ink the hell out of it. So I'm just going to go in with this stuff, which is a lot lighter. And just do a little bit on the face. I'm not going to get carried away. I'm just going to do a little bit on his face because it is so much brighter. And just dibby dab a bit on just to kind of try and bring these bits out. And then I'll ink the hell out of the face because this is way too bright in comparison to the flesh. So I've made a terrible mistake right now, but what I can do is I will just blast it with a shed load of ink. Let's just fix that bit as well. He's got a little ring in his mouth as well. Okay, so yeah, that looks terrible. Good. Let's just stop putting paint on table. You've messed it up. What about on the chin as well? No table. I said stop putting paint on table. There we go. Fundy! Hey, buddy! Yeah, Fundy, you missed me. Not only was I dropping loads of models, but I was also dropping some fat beats as well. I know. Dropping some fat beats. You have missed out. Yellow. No, orange. Orange pen. That's what we need. Didn't drop nothing, Fundies. Didn't drop nothing, buddy. Also, how are you doing, Fundies? How are you doing, buddy old pal? Buddy old buddy old buddy. Buddy old buddy old buddy old pal. Whoop. There. Now, this is going to be too orange. I can already smell it. It's not going to look like Oxford. Oh, maybe. Is this too orange? It's very orange, but we could tone it down with... See, I don't think copper oxide goes this orange, so we do need to tone it down. Sorry to hear that, Fundy. Sorry to hear that you have a sick dog. No dog should get sick. Dogs are little angels, you know. No dog deserves to be sick, frankly. All they deserve is cuddles and unlimited catch. You know, dogs are just... What was the guy who said if there's no dogs in heaven, then I don't want to go there? Yeah, dogs are just the best. So I've got a funny story about a dog. I'm going to tell you a story, right? So the last time I was on holiday was in 2019, I think. Yeah, 2019 was the last time I went on holiday, and it was to the island of Lanzarote. Now, my better half was pregnant with our first, and it was a bit hot, and it was all getting to her. So what I did was I rented out a wheelchair to push her around, so we could still do sightseeing, but she was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed being so heavily preggers, right? So I'm pushing around, and there's this bit where you walk down a path and you end up on the seafront, right? And I could see that people were looking, right? And they're trying to figure out, they're like, hang on, this woman's young, poor thing's in a wheelchair. Why is that, right? And I locked eyes with this guy, and you could see that he was looking at her, trying to figure out what's wrong with her. You could see it on his face, right? And at that point, a little cute dog came past, and for some reason, my wife went, "Oh, doggy!" And then we all burst out laughing how she said it. And the guy's face was like, went from confused to like, "Oh, that's what's wrong." It was so good. "Oh, doggy!" I don't know why he did that, but it did happen. Thank you, Bob. But your words mean nothing. We all know that this is a shambles. We all know. But I appreciate you sticking up for the differently abled like myself. I mean well, I'm trying my best, but this does not look like copper oxide. This looks like day-old spaghetti sauce. That's what this colour looks like. I've got spaghetti cannon now. Quad! Hey, buddy! I read your message about the inserters. You're absolutely right. I have screwed up that system. But on the plus side, I made myself feel better by committing mass murder, if that makes sense. I made myself feel much better. No one survived. Women, children, everyone. Their homes burned, everything. I carved a path through the population of Narvis. None left the slaughterhouse alive. I just took care of them all for you. Oh, Australia. Well. Here's a story. I was very nearly Australian. It came down to some emotional blackmail from my gran. Otherwise, I'd be Australian right now. Who'd have funked it? It was that close. I was, Quad. Yeah, I was. I think that I kind of want the whole planet. And I don't know how big the maps go in Factorio, but I kind of want the whole planet. That's my new shtick. I'm not so sure about this rust effect. It's a little bit not rusty anymore. It doesn't look like copper oxide. I need to bring it down with some ink somehow. But I mean, it looks pretty. It just doesn't look like copper oxide. So, you know, it just doesn't look how I'd want it to look. But I mean, that's like everything I paint. You know, we're just friggin' making it up as we go. I'm just happy to be painting, guys. Frankly, I love painting. It's just so super lovely. Oh, well, Quad, the latest video is the murder video. Yeah. I hope I did you proud. I just let Isengard empty, basically. I just marched forth. None survived. I hope you enjoy the way I wage war in Factorio. I'm very much an attritional warfare kind of guy. Right, that's done. Okay, fine. I want to light brown the trousers, and I want to strategically ink the face. Well, not yet, Quad. I need to make some kind of small freighter, almost like a shuttle, and a complete overhaul of my interstellar trafficking trade. I can't just use Borg cubes. They're too massive. I need a small freighter of some sort, something nippy, something that can just give and take a single resource. That's what I need. So let's hope that this Reichland will help me. Brown pants are very useful on the battlefield. Well, yeah. Oh, I thought of a joke there. But then I don't think it's my joke. I don't think it's original. I think I got it from somewhere. I think I saw it. Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool. I'm not going to recycle the joke. It's not mine. You know what? Reichland does it again. That face looks okay. The face doesn't. Hang on a second, table. You can't say that. You can't trash. Let's just put a little Reichland in there as well. You can't say it's gone well and then say it's gone poo at the same time. Let's plob Reichland on the oranges. I'm happy to help you figure out interplanetary logistics, but we'll have to wait until we can email Discord. YouTube comments don't do screenshots and large swaths of text. Well, no, I refuse to wait. Do better, Quad. Do better. What I'm really excited about, right, is because the new ogres have come out. The new Sons of Behemoth have come out. So I'm reckoning that people who are caught up with the whole Games Workshop shtick of bye will see the old ones as poopy. Now, I adore these ogres. I think they're amazing. I would say they're arguably even better than the new ones. The new ones are okay. In fact, they're better than okay. They're pretty tasty. But I think that these guys, the only thing the new ogres have going for them is they have like the butchers and the executioners and stuff in plastic. That's what they've got going for them. But your rank and file, right here, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need anything else. You don't need it. That orange is still very orange. Maybe I could just take... It doesn't have to be exactly accurate. It doesn't have to be exactly copper oxide. And also, table, pick up the pace. Come on, bud. You're faster at painting than this, buddy. Let's do this bit and then quickly ink the Zoanthrope. Start bringing that up. Or maybe I should put some colour on it. I should get some colour on it and then ink it. I missed a bit of red under there, but you're not going to know. You're not going to notice that and think, oh, no, he hasn't done that. You're not going to see that. No one's going to check. I can totally get away with that. A little bit of ink on the hand. The teeth need a little something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab out a pen right now, and I'm going to go dark flesh. Where is it? No, that's... Oh, yeah, dark skin. Sorry, I'm going to go dark skin, right? I'm just going to clean up those teeth right now, and I might even put it on the beard. You know, let's just get it away from looking white let's just put a little bit on there. I think I need to give it a little button squeeze. So you just take this off and you just give it a little. There's nothing coming out. Oh, okay, right, it's coming out now. There we go. These things, 30 cents more than a Games Workshop paint. Has to be said. I mean, they're pretty good. They're not perfect. Not by a long shot. They you don't get many do-overs. Like, you get one dab, and if you mess it up, you don't get do-overs. So let's just try and get in there on the teeth. I just don't want them to be white anymore, that's all. Let's just get in there and do what we can. I need to come in on that angle at that tooth. It's just ever so slightly. It looks a bit of a mess. Yeah, I messed up the copper. But hey-ho, you know, I haven't figured out my ogre paint scheme, so I figure I'm just going to have a lot of weird-looking ogres. So, but I'm very keen to use the pens. And I also had the idea, you know that the emerald and the turquoise pen are too bright compared with my Arium blue and Araphimaic blue mix. I was like, well, hang on, there's different colours. So I can just check the Army Painter pens and see if I can find an in-between colour. And then we can do those entirely in that as well. Right, so we've done that, we've got the match. Now the match, I'm going to do a double ink right now. I'm going to show you this. Let's see if I can do it. So I'm going to go Doomfire Magenta at the bottom and then blast the edges with the red, with a yellow as quickly as possible. So we've got Illidan Yellow and Doomfire Magenta. So I'm going to take one brush and we're going to go Doomfire Magenta, get that open, clear a little bit of space, and then open up the yellow as well. And I'm going to put in a dab of red and then blast the rest with yellow. And I'm going to use 2 brushes to do this. So let's give this a go. Here we go. So we take the red and we go around here like that. Bang, 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 bang. Quick as can. Grab the yellow. We blob on yellow. Like that. We just go like that. Blob on the yellow. Blob on the yellow. Bring that red round a little bit. Ever so slightly. Goes a little bit orange. Like so. And that is Tables 5-second fire. Bingo! 5-second fire. Would you look at that? 5-second fire done. Not bad, huh? Tables top tips. Just use ink and throw it on and pray that it goes okay and take credit. Look at that. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing at all. Fixed it. Now we need some light brown. Ooh, hello. Ah, Tau Ochre. Get in. Just what I was looking for. We're going to go Tau Ochre with the trousers and the beard. I'm going to ink the teeth as well. Ah, yeah, I accidentally did some wet blending on here as well. If you look at my denim motorcycle, look at this highlight down on this bottom edge. And there. I accidentally wet blended that shizness. Now, what I've discovered with wet blending is that you've got to be bloody fast. You've got to be super fast in getting it done. Let's Reichland the moustache. And the teeth. Let's just bring those down a little bit, get a bit of texture on them, figure out what we're going to do. I don't like it. I don't like the face and the teeth yet. They're too samey. Oh, paint's coming off on the brush. It wasn't dry yet. So I've made a big boo-boo. Look, you can see it's all over the brush. All right, so slow down table on that. Give that some drying time. Trousers. Tau Ochre with Reichland mix. That's Tau Ochre. And you know what? I'm going to do some more wet blending. I don't even know exactly what wet blending is, frankly. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I know it's something people say, but I'm not exactly sure how you do it. Wait, well, Spammy, we've still got 45 minutes left, and then I'm going to release my single, which is called, what was it called? I'll Smuggle Your Love. It's the first hit single from the upcoming album, Prison Musical. And it's even got a video, which I can never watch because when you watch it, I know you'll be like, this is weird, Table, you're weird, this is really weird, why did you do this? But you know when you get those things and if you don't do it, it just eats you. I had to. So that will be coming out shortly after this stream. I will get it sorted out almost immediately. Just for you guys, just for you. What was I doing? The trousers, right? Yeah, so they're very dark brown, but I don't want dark brown. I want Tau Ochre. So we're going to go lighter brown. Now this is coming out a bit watery, but we have to be a little bit careful with how many layers we're putting on. I can't keep changing my mind too much. So I guess this is just to bring that dark brown, get rid of that dark brown. It's not going to like it going on first time anyway. But if we can just move these trousers in the direction of the light, I prefer that. And ink will show me what I'm working with. Again, if it's patchy, that's fine, because it's kind of what I want. I don't want it to look too clean, because it's a friggin' dirty, great, stinking ogre, isn't it? Like, he eats people. He's not going to care too much about personal hygiene. You don't think ogre and think, oh yeah, they sure do keep themselves clean. There we go. Marvellous. Marvellous. There we go. Yeah, Spammy, you'll see it. I've broke into the music industry. Glenn had the great idea for some songs and I ran with it. So he gets a percentage of the royalties. I'm thinking 50-50. As Pussycat's been my little muse on that one. So, but yeah, the first single is out. You know what? I might even play it as the outro. It's 2 minutes long. When we're 2 minutes away from the end of the stream, I'll blast it on again. That's what I'll do. We can have the song again. No dance this time, though. No dance. But I'll play you the song again. Yeah, you're welcome. I know, right? Now, calm yourself, guys. I know it's intimidating to be in the proximity of a global megastar. So, it's all right. I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but don't worry. Autographs at the end, guys. Autographs at the end. No pushing, please. No vomiting, please. Now, if we just cake it on there, that kind of gives us what we need to work with. But again, now problem drying times. I'm already way happy with those trousers. So let's put him there for a moment, and let's block out and get marked. Let's go here. Let's mark out this guy. So I should ink him, really. Yeah, okay, we're going to ink him. So I need Carrion Boy Crimson, and I need a broken brush. That's going to be inaccurate. There we go, that would do. So let's mark this guy out, see what we get. I'm going to avoid the brain, because that's going to be Vulpus Pink. So let's just get the flesh bits marked out. Face, sure. I need to be quite generous with this, and also not hold it by the little spindly, bendy bit at the bottom. But again, like, who's going to notice in there? Just slap a bit of ink in it. No one's going to notice that. No one's going to care about that. You can totally get away with that. So I'm very happy that this miniature got donated to me to repair. The person before me did a terrible job with it. Absolutely awful paint job on it. So I'm happy to fix it. I did berate them for messing up this model so bad. Yeah, just a total bottom feeder. Just a horrible individual who ruined this model. Despicable human being. Like, barely worthy of the name human, frankly. Just awful guy. Awful guy. This bit here. Oh yeah, this is for my guys who say I don't do bases. There we go. There's a bit of a smear there. See, I do bases. Look, base done. There we go. Let's continue on, so we can get an idea of how this guy's going to look. I like his big chin. He's got a nice big chin on him. I can get behind that. That's a nice chin he's got. Not a small chin at all. Kind of chin you trust with your kids. You know, that's a chin that you can respect. Done. Just this knobbly weird bit here. I don't know what colour it should be. It confuses me. Oh, okay. Well, that can be part of the armour. That's fine. So now that we've marked that, let's go in with the yellow. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to mix up the yellow. I'm just going to commit to getting some yellow on there so that we can get an idea. I'm going to go Flash Gits. And what yellow is this? Illidan again? Illidan, yeah. Flash Gits and Illidan. Freds, what the hell are you saying, buddy? I like to think, well, look, we all know, Fundy, that this is the top-based emotional well-being YouTube channel in this cupboard, all right? Quite a high accolade, I might also add. So maybe you need to get some goddamn respect, Fundy. Maybe you need to recognize, don't you know who you're talking to? How dare you? Now, I kind of want this to mix together a little bit. And I bet you can't even see the bits where the extra back bits come out. No, you can't. Do you know why? Because I milli-putted those like a little pro. When I was busy messing up this paint job, I milli-putted those bits. Yeah, I did. That's really thick paint I've put on there. Really, really thick. Table, what are you doing? You're supposed to be repairing this, not making it worse. There we go. It's a little thick, but I can scrape some of it off. There we go. You don't need to worry about that. Let's dab a bit on there. It has inspired me to paint a whole model and just for you're welcome, Fundy. You're welcome. Yeah, and I hope everyone's emotional well-being has improved since getting to see this cover-based live stream. I'm sure it has helped you all. I look forward to receiving many more emails thanking me. You know, it's hard for me to check all of them. I will respond if I can, but the sheer volume of gratitude pouring into my inbox is astronomical. So I will endeavour to get through them. I've got a team working around the clock as well to bring them to my attention. So, but it's just an unfortunate problem. But it's my cross to bear, guys. I will make do. This is already looking a lot better. Don't buy an airbrush, guys. Don't buy it. You'll waste your money. Don't buy airbrushes. They are poo. They are poo. They're messy and they clog easy. They take up space, and they say mean things about your mother. They're just don't buy an airbrush, guys. Don't do it to yourself. All right? Just don't do it. They're a waste of time. They suck. Airbrushes are poo. $200 I spent on mine, and all it's doing is sitting in a cupboard. I used it to blow up a space hopper over the summer. That's it. Rubbish. Hate those things. If Fundy was an object, he'd be a space hopper. That's the kind of level of horribleness they are. That's basically how bad they are. Now, I don't want to go too much on the face, and I don't want to cover up too much of this purple. I like the texture. I want the texture to come through. Well, you're already looking much better, aren't you? You poor thing. You didn't half get brutalized, but don't worry, you're safe with me. Safe with me. Oh god, Fundy looks like a space hopper. That's not what I meant. Oh no. That table, he body shames people. Shame on him. He body shames people even though he's got a lazy eye. Shame on him. Vulpus Pink, please. Oh, first one I picked up. Get in. I don't know if you noticed this, but check out this organising, huh? The fact that I picked up Vulpus straight away is, frankly, a bit of a miracle. So let's just pop in our Vulpus. Vulpus Pink, anyone? Vulpus Pink. Now, like I say, I'm going to... That's a lot, table. I think you put too much on there. You're going to have to try and spread that out. Oh, table, what have you done? Just splodge it about. Oh, no, it's okay. You'll be all right. It will spread. That's fine. And then just a little bit in there. Highlighting this bit is going to be a lot of fun. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And if pink gets on the armor plate, so be it. I'm not too concerned about that. As long as there's no white poking out, I'm all right with that. It's more pink on one side than the other. But, again, texture. So I'm just going to leave that. You now have to dry. There you go. Already looking a lot better. Already looking a lot better. Who was the other guy who were painting? The ogre. So, your beard looks shite, that's for sure. Let's think something here. Let's try... Oh, that's the wrong brush. How can I fix this beard? What can I do to fix this? Changed up the brown. You're too close to the flesh colour. You need something different. That's gold. I'm not good painting browns. I can't do browns properly. What have we got here? That's flesh tone, right? Cadian flesh tone? No, it's not going to help me. What's this? Oh, this is one of those Games Workshop paints that just explode and die on their own, and it looks like shite. Let's see if there's anything in there. No, just either grey water or solid. Just grey water or solid. That's it. It's solid as a rock or grey water. Yeah, thanks, Games Workshop. I only used you once, XV88. I hate stuff designed to fail. I hate it. When I found out PlayStation controllers were designed to fail after X amount of uses, I was like, I hate it. I hate it. And why whenever my phone updates does it start working slower? And why is Google AI randomly turning on my phone? I see it writing in text the unspeakable profanities I say, and it's like, stop recording me. I didn't tell you to record me, Google Gemini. I've never asked you once to get involved in my business, but yet you're always sticking your nose in. You're not wanted, Gemini. I don't need you reading back the broken English that comes out of my mouth. Here we go, here's a brown. Doom ball brown, perfect. And that XV88 has bent my brush. Shame on you. Oh, that's way too much paint. What are you doing, table? What are you doing here? I don't know what I'm doing with this hair. I feel like I'm making a terrible mistake. Just do that then. Alright, just do that. I don't like that this brush has a little sticky out bit to make it more complicated. I don't know what I'm doing with that beard hair. That's yeah, we're in a bit of a bind. I need to fix the mouth. So Carrion Ball Crimson. Let's try and make these gums look like gums, right? Let's try and do this. Yeah, again, it still very much looks like teeth. Let's use the silver pen on that lip ring to try and separate it out. There we go. Let's just try and do that. Let's just see this bit here. Let's just make that silver. You know? And do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe just ever so slightly on that belt buckle just to bring that little bit out. Why not? Oh, and there's one there. Let's just do that as well. Just to bring them out a little bit. Why not? Now, whilst we're waiting for the teeth to dry, we can do the trousers. The trousers can be inked, and then that gives us a ballpark of where we're going with that. So I will ink the trousers now. Even though the Tau Ochre layer isn't particularly strong, we don't need it to be, because we can leave a little bit of the dark brown in areas. So at least this will show us what we're doing. As long as we're not that Mornfang brown is just Mornfang, sorry. It's just shite. You should give them glam rock vibe, add some face paint. Actually, I do like the face paint idea. Where are my old ogres? I think I can get my old ogres, Fundy, like my really, really, really like decades old ogres. Because these ogres came out a long time ago, so plenty of time to have some out. I'll show you, because I've never quite nailed how my ogres should look. I've always had ogres in the house. Everywhere I've lived, I've always had some of these ogres, but I've never got it right. They're the second only to getting the Tyranid colour scheme right in how long it's taken me. But I think we might be getting there, maybe. I don't know. Let me just ink these trousers real quick, Fundy, and I'll go grab it. Alright, I'll go grab it. Once you, yeah, I'll go grab it once I get the, what do you call it? Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Just there. Jum, 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 jum. There we go. Zum, zum, zum. Right, so that's definitely closer to what I want. I can work with that. If that's the darkest the brown's going to be, I can work with that. Let's let him dry. I'm going to go try and find my early, what do you call it? Early ogre. Let's just go find that sucker. until ogres. Where are we? Ah, here we are. So, I really hate these ogres. I think I've done a terrible job painting them. So here they are. I tried to do 2 colour trousers. You can see a lot of ink on them. And you can see that he's got white on his face. I tried to do white face stuff. And I've even tried to do a little bit of the copper effect here, but these are really old. I'm zero happy with these. Catch you later, red shirt buddy. Do appreciate you. I'm very happy. I'm very happy I got a laugh or a little vomit in your mouth out of my performance. I'll catch you later, red shirt bud. But yeah, I hate those ogres. I hate them. They're awful. I don't like them. Don't like them at all. So yeah, they're the old ogres. Now, where are we? He's drying. He's done. He's drying. We need something else. What have I got on my palette? Some brown. Let's see. He could use a little bit there. Let's maybe see if we can utilize a little bit of this. See how close this is to the other colour. Because I haven't done in there, have I? At least now I can do denim, you know? Let's just touch this up a little bit. We can re-ink it. But let's just see what... acidic! 2 days in a row! I have to confess, I didn't think I was going to see you again. Didn't think it was going to happen. But you should have been here. You should have been here an hour and a half ago. Yeah, it is. I like this. This one's a bit weird. I was like... So, right, small confession. I was like, this one's a bit weird. Why is the pose like half jumping, half not? But then I realised I changed the position on the base. So, but I do like these bear guys. But I tell you something, the level of detail on the Warlord miniatures is actually higher as far as teeny tiny bits. Like, look at this face. Look at these little bits here. It's just teeny tiny detail. Like really, really fine detail. Oh, before I forget, some of your new game playlists are backwards, makes them hard to watch. Ah, no! Did I do them wrong? I'll go check them. I'll go check them for you. I'll make sure. Sorry, Red Shirt. Not only for the fact that the playlists are wrong, but that you're watching them. I'm so sorry. Well, I shouldn't say that, Red Shirt, because frankly, quite a lot of people are watching those videos. I'm not going to lie. It only took a few hundred episodes, but my theory is no one watches a series until you're 100 episodes in, so you can iron out the kinks. Seems that's the case. Do 100, and eventually people will watch. Fundy's right. He's right, everybody. Anything with me is hard to watch. I'm stuck. I can't play a game and not record it now. And I don't get any painting done if I don't stream it. So that's just the world we live in now. Just, you don't have to watch it, but just put it on and mute it and go to bed. Thanks. Although, YouTube, I'm not trying to cheese views. Terms of service. Chestnut ink blended with Dark Angel green makes a very metallic green sheen. Rin, hang on a second, Rin. Hang on. You hold on there. I'll show you some greens. I'll show you some green sheen. Hang on a second. Yeah, hold on to your butt. Hang on a second. Look, look, look. Hold on. I'll show you a green sheen, buddy. Right. Where are we? Green sheen. It's in here somewhere. Green sheen. Oh, I forgot I painted this guy. Oh, well, I've got to forget a little longer. Green sheen. You're in here somewhere. Oh, there's Lion. Hey, buddy. I'm going to take you out of the box, actually, because we were talking about you yesterday. Green sheen is in here. Hang on. Give me a second. It's in here. Green sheen. Oh, I forgot about these. It's my Orc tank. I got drunk one night, and when I woke up, this was on my desk. I made a tank. Isn't it nice? Oh, well, I think it's nice. You can go and live on a shelf as well. I like you. Green sheen. I'm looking for my Necromunda, guys. You're in here somewhere. Mrs. Magus. They're not in here, are they? They should be. I'm looking for my Necromunda junk. Oh yeah, bingo, here we go. Found him. Good, I found him. There we go. I'll show you a green sheen, Rin. Let's just pop that to one side before I drop it. Check out this, buddy. Check out that for a green sheen, huh? Ooh. I would tell you how I did it, but I've forgotten now. So, there you go, Rin. That's a green sheen for you. But unfortunately, I think that you're not human. I think you might be a bot. Right, where were we? Painting the bear. Because I think he said that brown thing once already. Very close. Do you mean very better? Is that what you mean? Did mine come out better? I think they did. Dark Angels green, didn't have it. I can't even remember what greens I used. I don't think I even used green paint. I think I just mixed inks into metallics. Right, okay, so, I mean, I don't really need to do much on this flesh. I don't know where I'm going with it. But I want the bears to look different. Oh, did you? Sorry, you were just being kind and repeating it. And I accused you of not being human. How dare I? Right, we need to fix this beard hair. What do? I guess I make the teeth. I add some colour to the teeth to try and make them look a little bit more like teeth. I just need to anything to separate them from the other colours. You know, just anything. The beard hair still looks poo. Well, let me just take this one out the way then. Yeah, I hate it when people don't blend colours. Yeah, I really hate it when people don't blend colours. Oh yeah, it really bugs me. You never catch me not blending colours. Yeah, you never catch me doing that. Can't stand it when people don't blend. How dare they? You know, just inexcusable. I'm stuck on this brown. I'm completely stuck on this brown. I'm just going to do a tiny bit lighter and then just forget about it. I'm just going to do a little bit of brown on there, like that. Right? A little bit of brown on there. And then I'm just going to kindly forget about that facial hair. You know, I'm just going to give up on it. And I'm also going to take a little fine detail brush-ish and paint that lip. Just any colour. Just, you know what, red. You can have fabulous red lips. There we go. Fabulous gold red lips. Let's just put this on here. Oh, who's the prettiest girl in town? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are pretty. Oh, look at you. That's really your shade. Really accentuates your face there. I'll put a little bit on here as well. Oh, yes. You pretty girl, you. Perfect. Oh, God. I think I'll definitely be putting some ink on that. Right, and then I'll take some Corax White, and I'm just going to dab a teeny bit of Corax on the very end of each tooth. Right, so a little bit of white just on the end where I can, like so. A little bit in there, teeny bit in there. There we go. He looks like he's from the streets. You little floozy. I've just realised I haven't painted his shoes either, so his shoes are actually old style, which is arguably better looking than the new style. So I need to touch up those shoes. So let's just do some dibby dabs. What was the yellow ink? Oh, I used not Doomfire Magenta. What's that really yellow ink? The dwarf, the Firekin one. That's what I need. That's what it needs. It needs to be oranged up. I need to find that bottle. That's what I need to do. I need to find that orange because it's the perfect orange, and it might succeed in bringing this stuff down a little bit in oranginess. Yeah, I need to find that. What was it? It's really, really, really orange, and I hated using it. Here it is. This one. Yeah, bingo. Maggoth Flame. I'm going to give that a go. Before the end, I'm going to try slopping some of that on and see if it brings us back to exactly where we were before I started. That's not the best, but we don't know until we know, if that makes sense. Right, there we go. Lovely, lovely jubblies. Teeny bit on the inside here, not a lot, just a bit of token. That's quite a lot of token. Sounds stupid, but for my orcs, I guess the ink in the Neo Yellow highlighter pen. Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, that's not with a pen, but it's got yellow highlights on. I like this guy. I've got another tank as well, but I'm not sure exactly where it is. Right, so they are lovely jubblies, yeah. And I know exactly what you mean about the lovely jubblies. They are, yeah, they're very jubbly in the lovely. Right, let's try Maggoth Flame, right? Let's try it. Now, if I remember right, I need to add a little bit of water to this. Or, no, it's not a case of watering it. It's a case of dabbing it in my t-shirt. Let's give it a go. So we just blast the reds, oranges like that. Blast, blast, blast. Blast. Oh, I blasted the flame as well. Oops. Let's get my t-shirt on it. Okay, so I immediately ruined the flame and most of the blues. So it should just go on the oranges. Don't just cover everything, right? It ruins it. So, but it does just kind of bring me back to where I started a little bit. So, yeah, the flame's ruined, but no one's going to notice that I ruined that. They just assume that's how I painted it. So I'm just going to put it on a little bit, like, more diplomatically. And I'll leave a little bit of the orange out. So it just means in future I can put on orange pen and then just dibby dab a little bit of this on. Not blast. Don't blast it, because then you get all of that awfulness. I have kind of gone full circle, but then how do I make the blue tie together a little bit more? I know how. I know exactly how. Bear with me. I know exactly how we're going to do it. Let's just do the oranges. Like so. A little bit there. That's a bit wet, but it'll be okay. Dibby dab, dibby dab. Right, and then we go do that. And then we go to the blues, and we're going to use, where's that blue that I use for my nids? Aramaic? This one. We're going to go with this one. Arium. Aramaic blue. That's what we're going with. So we add that on into the blue areas, like so. See if that does something for us. You know, just spread that around to try and give it the idea that it's copper oxide. I mean, it's largely random on this gun barrel, but I feel like the blue would be on the surfaces and the orange would be in the recesses, right? Because the copper's exposed to air, so it will oxidize on the top bits first. I like that. That blue's a lot closer. That looks lovely. Yeah, the blue actually works. That actually works as a. That actually looks all right. Now the reason the shield looks bad is because I just blobbed it on. I didn't quite do it with the rules that I just set out. But if we say that surfaces oxidize, recesses stay yellow, orange, yellow. What am I talking about? That works. I think we might be onto something there. Some slight tweaks, but I think the gist of it is we've got an upgrade on the copper oxide. Now I would bring out the Tyrant that I painted and compare him to that, but I think we're going to do that. Now let's see if I can amend it, right? Let's see if I can tweak it. Let's grab out the... let's see if we can... Say we make a mistake in the future, right? And we want to come back in and bring that back up. Can I get away with doing this? Can I take my pen and dab it on over orange? Like so. Can I get away with doing this? And dab it on. And then in turn put on the blue ink and it remedy it. Can I get away with that? Let's see if I can just dab this on and see if I can bring the orange of that barrel down. Let's see if I can do that. If I can, we're quids in. Because then maybe you just paint it. Maybe you just paint it all orange and then pen on the surfaces and then make it blue. Oh, Table. That's what you do. I know Fundy just said the same thing. But woohoo! Pretend it's your idea, Table. Just pretend it's your idea, and then Fundy, don't give any credit to Fundy. Just do what Fundy said. Now I'll just blast, because that's the worst offender, that orange in there. So if I can just bring that a little bit back. You know what? I think that's the way to go, isn't it? Just orange it all in its entirety. Blob in some blue where you want it, and then ink that blue. I'm glad I thought of your idea too, Fundy. I'm very glad I thought of your idea. It's good. Right, so let's just leave that like that. It is Nold. Oh, Nold! Hey, Nold, it is. Yeah, I picked some up. They're $3.90, so they're 30 cents more than a Games Workshop paint. I bought a few. They're all right, frankly. They're not like all purposes of painting, right? They don't cover all the bases. They are, however, pretty useful, and they do have a place. Speaking of places, I need to fix this guy's lipstick. Let's just right-clip those teeth down a little bit, or maybe I'll Agrax the mouth. Nold, what a treat, Nold! What an absolute treat! You've missed a stonker of a live stream. It got off to quite the start. I can't wait to show everyone. I can't wait for people to see the magic. So I'm just going to Agrax these teeth and bring down this very bright lipstick. Let's just bring that down a little bit, like so. Good. And then when that dries, I can highlight that lip ring a little bit more. That's better. Good, Nold. You work a lot, buddy. For those of you that don't know, Nold has he's got a pretty busy job, frankly. A lot of meetings, a lot of stuff like that. What's left on this guy? Honestly, what do we have left? You know what? I think I'm right. I think I'm right, and by that I mean Nold, that if you do surfaces, let's get a little bit more ink out of this. So you've got to press the top, but it doesn't do it right away. It doesn't juice immediately. You've got to blast it a couple of times before it starts admitting juice. So now this is super watery. Oh my days, that's a load. I can't use that much. It's just, yeah, that's too much, bud. I'm gonna leave a little bit of orange on. Let's just go like that, a little bit like that, and then I guess just bring this bit a little bit more together, like so, a little bit more, and then ink that to try and look like it's oxidizing. Okay, let's do that. I know it looks a shambles. Give it time. Let it dry. Get the ink on. I think we're there. Now the cannon has dried, so we can go ahead and do that now. And then we can go ahead and congratulate me/Fundy for a good idea. Yeah, you can totally do it. It totally does bring it together. What a treat. So just paint it orange, dibby dab it blue for where on the surfaces where it's oxidized, and you're golden. Who'd have funked it? That actually works. Well, well, well. Yeah, I like that a lot. As soon as that dries, I'll dibby dabby that. I'm a bit sad that my synthetic brush has actually died. That's not so great. I'm not so keen on that at all. You got to dry. Let's check our Tyrant. Tyrant Zoanthrope. His armor plate is a little bit tacky, but pretty much dry. The flesh is a little bit wet still in the recesses, so we can go ahead and Reichland the armour. What did I get completed today? I had a biker. I got him done. God, we got a lot done today. I'm convinced that with a few more pens, I can really, I reckon somewhere around 3 or 4 models on the go at the same time, and then by the time you've got the drying time down on one, you can work on the next. And I've noticed this about the pens. They dry pretty quick. Where's my Reichland? Reichland. What do you mean clean my brushes? What's wrong with my paint water? Look. It's fine. Look, they're perfectly clean. There's nothing wrong with that paint water. It cleans the brushes just fine, bud. There's no problem. Titus, he's right next to me. Here. Here's Titus. Do you know what, Nold? Let me just Reichland this armour, and I'll put a Titus layer on for you. I can do that for you. I will do one just for you, buddy old pal. No problem. Just wait one moment, please. What I need to do, as soon as this stream ends, I need to go and find the big performance and then release our Smuggle My Love onto the internet. And then what we do, guys, is we all get to paint games. We all get to paint models on my yacht. So that'd be nice. I don't dry brush, Fundy. I don't dry brush. Dry brush is for losers. Dry brushing. What am I, an animal? Am I some kind of savage? Dry brushing? Dear Lord, Fundy. Who in their right mind dry brushes anything? You know? Just filthy degenerates. I'm glad you agree. Although I do heavily agree with taking a pair of scissors to a brush. If in doubt, I will take a pair of scissors to a brush before I've necessarily figured out the problem. I'm very quick to trim brushes. Very, very quick to do that. But I'm not so quick to throw brushes out. Yeah, in fact, I've never thrown a brush out. I've got a broken brush just over there by Lord Noel, and it's just there on display now. I'm never going to throw brushes out. I just recently found a carrier bag, actually, with some 20-year-old brushes in. I'll have to show you that. Wait, hang on a second. If that's nearby, I've got to show you that. I've got to show you how bad the not throwing brushes thing out is. Hang on a second. I'll just quickly slap on some token here, just real fast. And I'm just going to have... If I can immediately find the bag, then great. But if I can't, then I'll come back. Because I want to show you just how weird this brush keeping thing is. Just slap a little bit on there, nothing major. No one's going to look at the back, are they? Just a little slappy token, slaps. There we go. Let me just see. I've got so much work to do now. I got home, sat down in bed after getting changed and fell asleep. Your body needed it, buddy. Your body needed it. Please tell me I can find these brushes. No. Not easily locatable. I said if I could find them immediately, I'd show you, but... that's a shame. That would have been great to show you that. Hey ho, nothing I can do about that. Right, where are we? This guy? Tifadan. Let's bring up those silvers. Let's bring up the silvers here. This one. The one by his face. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. And there was another one, wasn't there? Oh yeah, I did the belt buckle. Let's bring that up again. Just that little bit there. Okay. The stick that's burning. I need to do that. So I'm pretty sure I've still got some light brown somewhere, but I don't really want to touch those. So what I'll do is I'll go flayed one flesh, as that's what I've got right here. So I'll just grab this flayed one flesh. It's thanks Games Workshop. Thank you. Hardly used you. Hardly used you. Designed to fail. No. I don't love you anymore. You make nice models. That's it, Games Workshop. You make nice models. And I was in a White Dwarf once. That's it. You make nice models, and I like your lore. But other than that, you grubby little greedy, design your paints to fail, sons of bitches. Oh, this stream's brought to you by Games Workshop. I've lost my love for them. Yeah, I lost my love. I like the models, but I'm definitely going Conflict 47 direction. That's it does feel like that's the way I'm going. Just give me one plastic mech and I'm yours. That's all I need. One plastic mech. That dragon already caught my eye. That's 2 not textured blue there. It's 2 not textured. You see that? It's very, very clean, very solid. 2 Thin Coats. Is that the name of the brand? 2 Thin Coats? Because I've been trying to look at paints. I don't want to buy Army Painter. I just need it to not look so slick. You know, I just need it to not look so clean. Oh, what am I doing? Smearing a bad and black on it. I can just use an ink. Table, you numb nuts. Just slap a little Agrax on it. Just slap a little Agrax on it, buddy. You don't need to put a Baden on. Just do that. There you go. Now it's not so bad. You idiot, table. Wiping a Baden black on it to make it textured. That's just stupid. Right, he is. I mean, what? Oh, I haven't even touched the trousers. Okay, so let's do this stick. Not a colour that's broken. What have we got here? Wraithbone. Let's see. Wraithbone. Oh, you're on your way out as well, but at least you're semi okay. 2 Thin Coats. Yeah, I think I want to go to these bottles. I noticed as soon as I started using these pens that just how much paint I waste on the palette with the Games Workshop bottle tops. The thing is, I like the colours. I like the amount of pigment in them, and I know the colours and know where I'm going, but it's just the wastage and the opening a paint once and it just dying on me. I can't get behind that. It's just, I'm not made of money. Do you think I can afford to waste paint like this, Games Workshop? Like buying a paint, using it once, and then it's dead? No. It's no good. Yeah, droppers. I think droppers is the way to go. 2 Thin Coats is in that bottle. Only in the pots. The only ones in the pots are Citadel. Yeah, I want to go droppers. I feel like I should have a long time ago. But I haven't bought paints in a long time. But I do want to move in that direction. What I'm curious about are those Army Painter boxes. They're like $25 or something. And they're like the paint scheme of the particular army. I quite like that idea, to be honest. There's something about that I quite like. Right, where are we at? Oh, wait, we've got to do Titus. Let's get a coat on Titus. I did promise. Let's do Titus for Nold. So I'm going to do the tally first, because I always forget it. So let's do our Titus tally. We are on... where are we? Titus. Here we are. 192. There we go. 192 layers on Titus. So let's just crack that on. Because I did promise him, didn't I? And I promised I'd check my Instagram as well. Nold Ven has said he sent me an ominous message. I don't know what it is. I was complaining to him about not responding, but I don't even think I've got it on my phone. So it's not necessarily a him problem. It might be a my problem. Let's just get this layer on. There we go. Titus, you beauty. So this is Titus of the 500 layers, and we're only a measly 192 in. He's already a €60 model with the amount of paints and bases we've used. But, you know, you can't put a price on art. I know people do. But my friend Cabs, he said when he gets his gig doing Titus for the Amazon show, he said once that goes ahead and he's got paid for that, he's going to buy this guy off me for $1 million, which I thought was quite nice. You know, I said, you don't have to pay $1 million, it's fine. He's like, all right, fine, 10. I was like, no. Let's just go back to 1. 10's too much, Cavs, buddy old pal. How's the food doing? I go around there for barbecues, you see. Me and Cavs go way back, even though I think he is much younger than me. Ah, Cavs. Right, I can't even tell. I'm going with how shiny it is where I've painted. That's not shiny there. Under there's not shiny. But Titus does eat up paint now. I love him. He's never going to leave me. I'm going to have Titus till the day I die, or sell him for $1 million. Whichever one comes first. Oh, touch wood. I don't want to expire just yet. I've still got so much to do. I haven't really done anything. Existential crisis on stream. Come on, Titus, you beauty. There you go. Wonderful. Right. So now that we're coming to the end of Titus, what I'm going to do after the stream is I'm going to release the hit single, and it's really cringy. I'm so embarrassed by myself by doing it, but I had to. I was compelled. So please, by all means, jump in the comments. Most horrible thing you can think of saying without getting it not posted by YouTube algorithms, but whatever you can say, because it's bad. But I had to do it. I had no choice. My brain insisted that I sing that song, and we'll be laughing when we've all got $1 million. When we're all on my yacht, laughing about how cringy that was. We'll just be there on the yacht, and then you'll get a Biovore. So I think we'll get the last laugh, right? I think that's how it's going to go. Titus, you go over there to dry. I want to say big thank you, guys. I noticed today that an awful lot of people were watching, and I really appreciate that. It's really nice. I'm just happy that we got to have a little laugh, a little bit of fun. Yeah, thanks. I noticed how many people were watching, so you know what? Thanks. I'm gonna go get crack on with the hit single. Yeah, I'll post the lyrics in the comments as well. And I will say this just about the comments real quick about the lyrics. I wrote the lyrics, and I think they are perfect. Do you know what? Oh no, I'm not going to play it now. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.